Slides at 1,000,000 points. How could they stay so humble? Back to the drafting board once again. But everything's good now. Everything is finally Gucci. Can actually start with a proper game. So I still surmise PSY still ahead in the set, 1-0. In the meantime, please enjoy the bountiful Pokemon at the bottom. Use it to de-stress. Everyone's had a long day at work. We're almost at the weekend. We're at the middle of the week. About to be Thursday. So close to the end. All right, back to these picks and bans. I see a lot of all-arounders being flat out banned this time around, due to AT-Mons being banned. And now, all right, we're gonna have Comfy as the we're gonna have Meganium as the first choice. I'm almost positive that the draft that we just saw before will largely be the same. Well, actually, never mind. I see some major differences right here. I see a Miraidon this time around. I see a ranged attacker, and I see a defender. They might pair together. They might usually pour in as a support and send it to the top. Next picks for Chechitambos following up here. We're going to be having Trevenant this early. I believe Trevenant is a strong defender pick. One of the core defenders, in my opinion. It always pays to have a Trevenant on your team. Doesn't need to wait too long for the power spike, just level 5 and then level 7 respectively. They can bide its time till then. Has a good passive for sustainability. Can be pretty flexible there. Has a good item variety you can choose from. Yeah, Mon is pretty good. And of course, we have Dodrio, a solid speedster. If you have one speedster in the game and it's just the only one that's there, be prepared to watch your offing. We're also gonna have a green interesting choice. We have two Mons playing the off lane. Green is of the defender class, but it pretty much plays like a speedster. Pretty much just doing its own thing, creating pressure at various angles. Has sustainability to be paired with it, and the raw speed. Last spec, we have Tokido of Purple Team of Los Chechitambos. There is the Sailors right there. I believe it should be the jungler. We're gonna have part score comp on the team. No, not sure. The firepower is it's on the lower end, I want to say, for Chechitambos. Meanwhile, on Psy's team, we got Mega Lucario. We also have Dragapult. Probably going to be daring and dancing. That team has nothing but firepower. On this team composition, it's looking like a rip and secure comp versus the more hit and run and brawl composition that we have for Purple Team. As you can see, if we can have the Dodrio and the green keep the attackers in check on the other team, this is going to be a much more competitive game. But if these attackers run wild, then yeah, they're going to have a tough time. Purple Team's going to have a really tough time. You can't stand before these attackers for too long. They're going to get a lot of damage out. All right. Right. And all of this madness, I almost forgot. And there you are, my partner. All right, up at the top lane, we're going to have Chikorita, and we're going to have Dodrio being a little bit of a miscreant, getting caught out by the Eldegoss, getting sniffed out. Hey, stop that invasion. That is interesting pathing. Where's this Dodrio going? He's wasting a lot of time. Speaking of invasion force, we're going to have Vaporeon heading straight to the jungle, but Trevenant, Phantom was all right there waiting, lying in wait. No buffs yet for Vaporeon. This Monart, yep. Blue buff already was already been taken back at the bottom. They have Miraidon already at level 4. Couldn't quite steal that. And now we have Sarilege online. All right, both jungles are online already at the bottom. There is the greeting from the flank, gonna get a score in. There's the Dragon Nest. A lot of damage right there already, but it's on the leak side for Secures, but Vaporeon has now evolved. Another stack for Greedent. And there's the eject and a tackle. Can it reach that other berry? No, it cannot. That's a KO. Let's check top side. Kai's gonna get 24 points, and that's a big one. Ejecting out. Power punching out. Trying to grab a berry. It's the punch. And it's gonna get stuffed out. Wait, no, it's gonna live to fight another day due to Eldegoss's help. Sacrificing itself. This game's scrappy already. Chikorita reaching level 5 and another stack for Dodrio. It is at the 8-minute mark, which is it's time for a Regidrago. Both teams are already in progress. Power punch for the secure. There it is, Lucario. Regidrago secure for the orange team. That's universal XP. But down goes Trevenant. Next might be Vaporeon. That's a lot of dragon dancing. Sarilege is in big trouble. Can't quite get out. There's the Phantom Force. And KO from the Eldegoss. Next down is Bayleaf. And Dodrio. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we have Miraidon just getting some secures, getting some farm. Almost at level 7. Trevenant, basic attacking his farm. But there is a steal on farm from Miraidon, reaching level 7. Thunder's now active. I believe this Greedent should be close to completion with secures. Sorry, with stacking. It might be double stacking here. Taking major damage from this Miraidon, being a nuisance here. Back at the top, that top attraction should almost be done. It's a Regieleki. Yep, there it is. More dragon dancing. This man is level 9. That's a score. 26 and then 32 and no 40. But more stacks for Lucario. That's probably why he scored. Back towards the bottom here. Well, not bottom, but here we go. Sarilege with the secure. It's going 7 and then 33 points. That's for 40. Mega Lucario is ulted in. And is ready to punch out the competition. Trevenant can't quite get the score in. Taking major damage, getting KO'd by Lucario. Whoa, the ults are flying. Dragapult getting called out. Same with Mega Lucario. That is close to a team wipe. And can they get the break on this pad? 33. That is 7. That is, oh, that is a big overcap. And bottom pad is gone. That is some prime real estate. Back to getting farm for the purple team. Up at the top, they're starting to try to finish up the top pad. Trevenant has ulted. Darkrai is here for the backup. There goes Megadium. Next might be Trevenant, taking a lot of damage, trying to Hornleech out of here. Sarilege is back, whiffing the Phantom Force. Now's the time to attack. He doesn't have a few seconds. Oh, he ulted in. That's a juicy ult. All right. Down goes Dragapult once again. Purple team's doing a good job of keeping this attacker in check. Double KO for Greedent. Lucario's ulting in. He's like, all right, let me get a piece of that. But he's going to get grass knocked by Meganium being held in place. And Dodrio stepping all over the Miraidon. That's another secure. Regieleki walking down the pad. At this point, they should just let it walk through, get more experience online. Yes, I do agree. Right now, level 13 belongs to Ceruledge of Chechitambos. That is a really fast jungle clear for for Dragapult. Dragon Dance is crazy. Trying to get that juicy Woodhammer, whiffing a little bit. Remember, you have to get them within the 90-degree angle. Sorry, the 180-degree angle within the protractor. That is a secure for. That's a massive Ceruledge ult. More cleanups. And a KO. His level is just too high at this point. A triple KO, level 14 in the late game. Miraidon, what are you doing? You can't be here, bud. Uh-oh. Not Meganium, sorry. Eldegoss ulting in. The defense force is reenacted. Defense reinforcements is here. Lucario taking a lot of damage. Ejecting in, trying to get the KO on Ceruledge. Doesn't quite work out. Dodrio was here for the backup. All right, they're not going to chase these guys to the bottom pad. They're going to call it here. They're going to make a retreat. Got some experience back, after all. Dragapult's at 13. He's at a good spot. Getting ready for the late game. The final objective here. Kyogre in about 20 seconds. They'll be playing towards the top. And this is why the bottom pad is so important. The real estate. Look at all that stage control over on the center. Look at all those bushes under the control of Chechitambos. And it's easier to rip the objective. There's not a wall in the way. Ceruledge just going in right away. Another massive Ceruledge ult. Down goes Dragapult. Down goes Eldegoss. Followed by Vaporeon. Mega Lucario trying to be the hero here. Trying to get any kind of KO he can. But there's the Horn Leech. It's going nowhere. KO. All that remains is Miraidon. That it got cleaned up. No, the Dodrio smartly backcapping. Honestly, just keep scoring. Oh no, he's back on Dragapult. He has to Dragon Dance out of here. There's another Phantom Force. Down goes the Dodrio this time. Out for about 30 seconds. Now it's time for the clapback, but in getting... Oh man, Dragon dancing into the loving arms of a Woodhammer. They needed Dragapult to try to launch a counterattack. That's going to be a back cap for Ceruledge. And a huge Woodhammer Horn Leech, followed by a Belch. Yep, Ceruledge is here for the backup. Another Woodhammer Horn Leech. And yep, sacrificing itself to make sure that Psyche doesn't have time to rally. 18 seconds remain. That should be a wrap. Another, oh my goodness. Yep. Dragapult was not respecting Ceruledge's effective burst range. It is pretty deceptive with the dash from its ultimate and Phantom Force, especially when combined. All right. Final score is 430 to 166. Los Chechitambos is on the board, 1-1. All right, MVP is absolutely Tokido. 133 points scored, 14 KOs, count them 1 4, 9 assists, and 89 overall rating. He was just laser focused on that backline, on that attacker. As we discussed during draft, he just had to do that to pretty much win this game, and he performed that. This was a rush down. This was a gap closing burst down team. They're in their element. Looking at the battle data, that is 131K for just Sarilage. Tons of damage, tons of damage, tons of it. Well, all these mons right here, they're going to be banned. I'm going to take a quick screenshot of the 6 mons at the very bottom for reference. These mons are also going to be included into the bans into the next round. Don't get away. Don't go away as we set that up. Yep, that's right. HXGN or GZNFD. I don't even know how you pronounce the name, but yeah, we're also live on other platforms such as YouTube, correct? Don't worry, Julie, you'll be able to just paint and relax. De-stress. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, you guys relaxing? Finding ways to de-stress from a very long day of work, whatever responsibilities, work, school, TOing in this league. It can be very stressful, but it's all about how you manage that stress. Very important. I promise. Someone's running to the restroom, but they communicated that, so we're gonna wait a second. You know what that means for you Twitch boys. Take this. Your eternal reward. Yep, the different platforms are all under the same name. GX2 underscore Unite. A special surprise if you are joining in from the Twitch side. You get to do an interactive game on the stream. Among other things. That reminds me, I saw Event Sevenfold last night. They were great. Rock Oh, I didn't. I forgot to ask him about that. They did a random pack opening. They're like, "Hey, like, what's in this pack? It's chaos order. Let's see what's inside." I'm like, "Oh my god, this culture is invaded everywhere." As everyone opening packs. This poor guy, this poor captain has to has to rein in his team. Bunch of animals. Yes, that 100-year ban is real, folks. I had a friend who got banned for 1,000 cycles. I'm not kidding. He got banned for like 1,000 years. He didn't even do nothing. And I never saw that guy again. Yep. Don't talk. Don't use text chat. Don't do nothing. You want to talk? You talk on Discord. Don't use the in-game tool. I'm serious. They'll ban you. It's scary out there. You got to protect yourself as a trainer. Yes. I don't even know what they're typing in the chat anymore. But you can start it up. You can absolutely start it up. There it is. All right. This is technically game three. Very, very technically game three. All right. Let's see these bands. Should be a lot smaller at this point. I do see Pikachu and Mr. Mime and wait, supports. Wait a minute. They're banning supports. Oh man, I love banning supports. No, stop it. Enough. Cease and desist. Concede. And if you're pink and you support, that's a big no-no here. And they took out Blastoise too. Well, eh. Yeah, that's true. Should expect to see Psyduck. I see lappers, which means they've dealt with all the good defenders, the premier ones. And I see a Mewtwo X. Everyone's duffel is tiny right now. Mewtwo's not worth being banned, but it's worth picking later. Oh man, the duffel is tiny. Mom pool is tiny, tiny, tiny. I love fear mode. Just get rid of all these mines. Crazy how yes, it's only 1-1. Crazy how getting rid of an additional 6 every round is just reduces it so quickly. Yeah, this is just pick them now. There's so many of them. Oh, I see Defender Mewtwo. I see what's going on here. We got some pseudo defenders. Delmise, Mewtwo X. Oh, oh, they're gonna get fried. and a Buzzwole. Buzzwole eats all around us for breakfast for some reason. Oh boy. So I believe PSY's like, hey, we might lose this game. Here's the plan. We're gonna get rid of some key supports. We're gonna get rid of a key defender. We're also gonna get rid of a lot of all-arounders, so we could take on the subsequent rounds. This strategy just might work. This might be the plan. Remember, before you can take one step forward, you got to take 2 steps back. It's the kind of strategy that fear mode implores. Yes, all of them are gone. Bunch of frauds. Now, I will say, the attackers have a natural range advantage. They do a lot of damage, but they can easily be gap closed. There's who's protecting them? Yes, but who's protecting the attackers? That's about it. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I got Desi as the jungler. I agree with this. Bottom lane is going to be Cramorant and Lapras. Another good choice. They'll be going up against Mewtwo, X, and Delmise. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to stack against a whirlpooling Lapras, but it's going to cost you a lot of health. And use the move, so there's a shield, but there's no escape from that. Cramorant's having a field day. Cramorant was a great choice. Back at the top. The Decidueye. Well, it's second stage is here. Up at the top. Serena working his way over from mid side. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're after it. Look at it run away. What's the plan here? Where's the showdown gonna happen? They're congregating at bottom. That is the Hurricane from Cramorant. Down goes Delmise. And Sylveon. And Lapras. And Cramorant. And. It's actually...
I thought of, and then, what movie is that? Where's my car?
True.
I can say it. I'm Asian with the accent.
All right. Oh, all right.
Your discretion is advised.
Buzzwole!
And Buzzwole's down.
You two eyes like, please get away from me, please.
Don't.
A mistimed. Oh, that was a mistime. There is the Spirit Shackle.
Honestly, should have went Mystical Fire.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Turn it into a speedster all-rounder, you know?
You don't want to be in their face like that. Unless you're just vaporizing them. They're doing a lot of damage on them.
Yeah, especially with the Cramorant or the CC crowd control, and then you just got the Desi shoot him.
Uh-oh. Gotta back up here. Oh, a bit of a calm before the storm. It is now 7 minutes, which means 2 more objectives have spawned in. What is where? Yeah, Regieleki up top. And over at the bottom, we got Registeel. All right, looks like purple team's going to be all over that. And all over this. They're on both things. And easy secure. Yup. Oh, they got eyes on Buswell. And there's the gap close. Well, the Sidgeway's still up. That's not going to be enough. I am really liking the Sidgeway pick. Good choice. Oh, I got Mewtwo Y falling behind here. All right, we're gonna have an aggressive push towards bottom pad, baby. Look at all those side strikes flying. Oh my god, hook shot. There's the Mewtwo ult. They want this Lapras. Cramorant's like, no, my friend. Take this.
No, my friend. His friend is gone also. Oop. Buzzwell's like, I got you.
Yep, a 2 for 2. That should be
Serena's like, I'm just gonna score. Y'all have fun with that. Whoop.
Looks like it's a bit of a stalemate. Lapras moving up for information. They are still there and they're still vigilant. The levels are about evened up. But the slight edge for the side of PSY, orange team. Uh-oh. More damage. Citra's gonna have to be very careful. He's the bedrock of the team. Oh no, Crab, no! Hook, line, and sinker. Oh no, he can't reach the barrier in time. Reinforcements has arrived. Mewtwo Y doing the best it can, holding the bound the pad. Moltres going for a back cap. They leech to Regice, resetting it. Lapras trying to sustain with a boosted auto. Cramorant is here with the dive, trying to get a KO on Sylveon, but it ulted away. Uh-oh. Ultra combo finish on the Cramorant. Getting cooked himself. There's a power slam. Down goes Serena. But that back cap's not going to work. Another ult from Mewtwo X. Mewtwo with kind of not much to do. KO on the Moltres, who's overextended. There is a Deciode about to... Ooh, good combination with the Whirlwind.
Yeah, he literally spun like an anchor.
Yep, and then got shot from Knock Knock.
He got tangled in his own chains. Man, I'm gonna come up with these auntie puns instead of dad jokes. It's gonna be auntie puns.
Gonna have a little booklet. Our score is
the
82
Krillin
to,
one is the best joke so far.
I didn't think you could stack knocking players up like that. That clip is
well,
nuts.
Now we know. Looks like they're exchanging the points.
And bottom pet is broken here. That is actually a big deal. As we discussed, that is prime real estate. Not as much as other maps because of the bush, but it's easier to pressure the objective. Fight?
Oh.
Sidgeway, Bush chicken. Oh no!
Got the Buzz.
No! Buzz!
Get him!
Don't ult back in!
Serena's like, nope, you're mine! Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
they
don't
dealt
go
with
in too deep.
Buzzwole, but can they rip?
I
Kinda.
mean, I wouldn't because they're ahead, but you know, they might get it. So, oh, let's see.
Lapras
Is
is on
Lapras
the
gonna steal it?
way.
Oh, no.
Yep, Desi didn't even have a chance to interact. It was being chased down by yep,
Now it's
Sylveon.
2-1.
That's 2-1. Yeah. Purple team had the range advantage, but like it's not that hard
Yeah,
to
they
gap
kept him
close.
out pretty good once they grabbed that Buzzwall and then, like, lowered the HP of the Lapras before the fight even started. That was smart of them.
Yep. Once they got in, they just stayed in. Oh man, that hook shot was clutch. He's like, come here.